disappear.
Bro, come on and scream! With all the fire in your soul!
I have Tim with me here again.
Hi, man, what's up?
So we went to our library, which is over that way, and we ran into some people and found out they were starting a D&D campaign, and we were like, yo, you gotta include us in that bitch, because we're the...
We're dope, yo.
Yeah, we're awesome and shit. I'm gonna take my glasses off out. Because...
people who wear glasses aren't dope, yo.
Yeah.
Now you're dope.
No, I'm dope. Alright, now I'm dope. Now, according to Tim, now I'm dope. So, we found out they were doing 3.5, which is pretty much the same thing as Pathfinder, which is what the sheet is I have here. And this is probably backwards. Sorry.
It's mine. It's mine.
It's his.
I'm a 5th level barbarian named Gulabesh. He's an orc. Well, excuse me. He's a 3/4 orc with a little bit of draconic in him.
Dude, what the fuck is up with your truck? It's stopped like twice now.
It's
yeah. So in this campaign, we're starting at level 5.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Not really. I mean, this one I played with the DM before, and he started us off, I think, at 3rd or 5th level. I think it was 3rd level when we did it. So that's not too bad. Another thing too is it makes it a little bit shorter because, like, oh, you have adventures. Because, like, you still have 15 levels to adventure through, so that's a lot of levels.
So my character is a high elf wizard. I was going to be a werewolf. DM took away my werewolf though.
Well, you may end up getting it back though. We don't know that.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. He actually didn't take away my fucking werewolf. It was just to shut AJ up. And what he's gonna do is because I don't know why this DM is like super serious about metagaming, and he legit doesn't want any of us to know anything about our characters.
That is a little bit like I didn't play with him a long time. I played with him maybe an hour or two, but he's a good DM. I like him. You know, I mean, he's a good guy too. So typically, they're a good person. They're going to be a good DM. You know,
yeah.
I mean, like I think you would be an okay DM as long as you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I feel like I could DM this one and be like, kind of. I would probably ask.
You would have a lot of tricks of the trade that you would need to learn. But I mean, as far as just like
sleight of hand tricks of the trade, totally. Loaded die and shit.
I mean, sure, whatever. Yeah, we'll just let you think that.
So I'm playing a half elf werewolf wizard, which is going to be really interesting.
That is very interesting. That's almost like my Irish werewolf rogue. You know, that was like almost the same kind of.
But the rogue actually makes sense with werewolf though, because you get bonus dex.
A little bit. The only thing I would possibly change is maybe turn, instead of a werewolf, turn into a were-rat, because I think were-rats get better. I mean, they talked about like how in the monster manual now, a lot of werewolves and were-bears and were-boars end up being rangers and barbarians, which are very nature-based classes. But the were-rats, they said maybe are rogues, which kind of makes sense a little bit. I don't know. I mean, werewolves you don't have to be, because one of the things you can be is you can like make a you can make a fighter, like a human fighter, and then obtain like werewolfness.
Primal form.
Primal form, but you can obtain that, so it's not going to affect your person too much as far as like preferred class or something, because some classes have preferred class. Like I was talking about making I made the orcish barbarian, but I talked about making a druid. The thing about druids though is they need a lot of wisdom, and my wisdom's like a 13, which not bad, but not what we need for a spellcaster.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Tim's stats right here. His highest stat is a 20, which is extremely fucking good, and it's in his strength for a what are you 3/4 orc, quarter dragon, barbarian.
Yeah, and that was originally a 13. Like when I rolled it, it was a 13, and I got a +7 to that. So because of my
racial stat bonus,
and it kind of makes sense too, because we're starting off at a higher level. Then we're not going from first to whatever.
Yeah, my highest stat is intelligence, and I think I have the highest stat out of the party. And I actually do think I have the highest stat out of the party because I don't think AJ knew what the fuck he was doing.
I think AJ.
No, I saw AJ. He re-rolled a fucking 4 and got a 6.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
We still need to work out AJ's stuff.
But I have a 21, and that's an intelligence, and for wizard, that's pretty good.
That's like the stat for wizards. Like literally, in my experience, you could literally like have just a fucking like 21 in wizardry and like have maybe 10 and everything else, and you're good.
Yeah. And another cool thing is none of my stats are below 15, which are like extremely good.
Yeah. Pro tip: if you're gonna make your players roll, like for people who are DMing, if you're gonna make people roll their stats, don't make them roll 3 die. Make them roll
4 and drop the lowest number.
Yeah. And then if you're starting at level 1, I wouldn't re-roll 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
If you're starting at level 1, don't re-roll 1s and 2s. We re-roll 1s and 2s, but we're starting off at level 5, so I mean, up to y'all. You go to every table is different, but that's just my suggestion. And this is also coming from we're very new players. We've only been playing for a couple of months now, but
Yeah, well, I've played before, but it's been years.
Yeah, and I've kind of played. I mean, same year, but we're not like veteran players or whatever. None of us have DM'd.
Yeah. Also, you still have to find out what weapons you're starting with and all that too.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go sword and board because that's not uncommon.
Dude, I would say great sword, 2 long swords.
Shields. So, have you ever seen the guy from For Honor with the big 2-handed axe?
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be him, and then.
Well, the thing is with the 2-handed weapon, if you have a 2-handed weapon, you use it to attack, right? You're still going to be able to block if you have a shield.
That would be DM dependent, so I'd have to ask Jacob if that was okay with him. But
by the way, even if you still have the shield, equipped, it would still add 2 to your AC.
Yeah, and my AC is already 14. 17, excuse me. 14.
So they would literally have to hit either 19 or a nat 20 to hit you.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, not nat 20, but they had to hit 19 or up.
Well,
if you would have the shield.
I was tempted to go with light armor, right? But the barbarian has an ability where if you're not wearing light armor, you end up, at least in 3.5, right? You end up with plus 10 to your movement. So instead of moving 30, I can move 40. Which, I mean, I don't know if I'd rather, because 30 is not bad. I mean, 30 is like, average. It's not like, it's not like a dwarf where it's already 25.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. It depends.
And another thing, wee bumps. Oh, shit.
It's a truck, y'all. Sorry. I mean, truck suspension is not known for its smoothness.
Yeah. But another cool thing about this campaign is that for once in my entire fucking life, I don't have a stat below 10. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Even if I was starting from level 1, I think I would be OP as shit right now.
I've seen people do what's called a standard array,
which is 15. 15, 14, 12, 10, 8.
No, it's
12.
It's 15, 14, 13.
12, 10, 8.
Yeah, 12, 10, 8. And
then you roll for extra points and shit. Right.
You can. I mean, I can't remember. So a lot of what I've been reading is in 5th ed, right? And so I can't remember anything about character creation where you roll for extra points. That was something that CJ did. Because if you also notice that Jacob didn't do that.
Yeah.
Now this is 3.5, so.
But also we rolled it. Like if he would have gave us extra points, dude, I guarantee all my stats would be at 20.
Maybe. I mean, again, it depends. I mean, if you put like a 2 number cap, I like the leveling system a little bit better. And there's the way I haven't played it, but the way that the skills work out, I feel like it's going to be a lot more like you're going to be more rewarded for the skills that you have.
Yeah.
Because the way that it works in 5th ed is you have
a certain a certain amount of abilities and spells if you're like a magic user that you can learn, whereas in this 3.5 or Pathfinder, the DM is just letting us like, you have access to everything up to this level.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is the way that so I have a 6 in stealth in the 5th ed game.
Yeah.
But the way I was able to get to 6 was I had to have proficiency. I had to have a +2 in my dex, and I also had to have expertise, which because of my rogue skill, one of the things you get at first level is you get to have expertise in several levels or 2 skills. So I was able to get a 6, but even then I have to roll to get a 10 at minimum. I have to get a 4.
Yeah.
With the way that it's, what's his name put it? Jacob, thank you. The way that Jacob put it.
Me? No, me.
The way that Jacob put it was that, so you have, the way that I used it was survival. So you have 1 in survival, right? Because I have a 1 wisdom there. And so you have 1 in survival, and let's say you have a 10 in that level, that rank. Well, if you roll a 4, or excuse me, you roll a 1, right? You add 11 to that, so that's a 12.
Yeah.
So basically, in the ones that you're really devoted to, so like survival, you're basically going to get a guaranteed success, which I like that a lot better because it shows, like, I have skill in this area.
Yeah.
Right? With the pickpocketing and all that, if you have to beat a 10, you have to have at least a 9, because if you roll a 1 and then you get a +9, that's a 10. So you have to have at least a 9, which the current way that you're going to do that, I don't know how you would do that. Like, that to me, that's crazy. It's like, oh my god, how would you do that?
Yeah, and another thing is, I don't know what another thing is.
What?
I can cast magic missile, yay! That's all I want to do.
Yeah, basically, you're gunning for a fucking spellcaster.
Well, see, another thing, it's going to be weird, because if I turn primal form, right, or werewolf, and I cast spells, I get a buff.
But you do?
Yeah, because originally what it was going to be -4 intelligence if I wanted to be a werewolf, right?
Yeah.
He changed it, he flip-flopped it, he was like, okay, instead of -4, I'm going to give you a +1 intelligence. So I got 21 intelligence. Primal form, I get a buff to dex, strength, and intelligence.
That's not bad.
So if I get a buff to intelligence, I'll get another plus, that'll be at 22 intelligence. So that way I will get another modifier. I'll be up +6 for intelligence.
One thing that I would just kind of throw out there for y'all is, if you don't know what to play, what I kind of did that kind of allowed me to kind of seep into my character.
As you read everything in the monster manual, and like, yeah, totally. You just read everything.
That.
Yeah, no, you didn't do that.
No. What I did was I ended up just rolling my stats, and I let my stats kind of determine what I had. So like, whatever would have happened in strength, right? So it happened to be a 13. Whatever happened in strength, I let happen in strength. Whatever happened in like, I don't know, whatever happened in wisdom, which that happened to be an 18. And that's why I was figuring on being a cleric /
You should have been a priest or a cleric, because then you could have cast resurrection spells.
Well, that's what I was thinking, and because I really wanted to Gulabesh the way. What?
Shadow of the Demon Lords. What?
The way that I originally thought of Gulabesh, the character, was as a druid, right? And I actually thought about turning him into a her, but I mean, this is barbarian, and I don't know. I just decided to be a guy, whatever. I already had the name picked out because I went online and just looked up Orcish names. So if you're a stickler for having like racial appropriate names and you don't want to make up things like, Farnsworth Figglesby, the middle finger. I mean,
Yeah.
You can do that.
I just went with like my I went with a name that I completely copied off of a node from Call of the Wild. They had a druid, and the druid's name was Noki, and I was like, dude, that's an okayish name. It's not a fucking complete shit name. Like, I could have went different routes. Like, I could have put named my character fucking Darian. but I found that to be like more of a rangier name. I don't know why.
I get that. I see that. I kind of see that, like a ranger named Darren. I get that. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
One of the things that,
Bran the Barbarian. That'd have been a good one.
I mean, you could literally make Conan. The thing about Conan the Barbarian that some people thought about, because I've never seen the Conan series or read the Conan series,
Yeah.
but apparently he's more of a fighter than an actual like barbarian. So you can make him like his backstory in Outlander, which is basically allows you to have proficiency in the survival skill, and then at that point, you find a parking space because I'm sick and tired of running in circles and shit. So we're gonna park in here real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, folks. One sec.
Oh shit.
Continue talking if you want, man.
Ow, my fucking neck. But another cool, I'm really liking the D&D campaign thing we got going on here, because I really want to see if Josh will let me borrow his equipment so I can record it.
That would be, that'd be interesting. I mean, it'd depend. You're good, I'm not blocking this guy. I wonder if the audio is better now.
Maybe.
You know.
His truck's asthmatic. Asthmatic.
Yeah, basically.
Asthmatic. There we go. Asthmatic.
But yeah. Are we actually? So you might want to edit. You might want to edit this out. So do you actually have like a point to this podcast, or are we just rambling?
No, we're just rambling.
Okay, cool.
Peanut butter and chicken fries. Yummy. No, I'm just kidding.
Cool.
Chicken fries, I don't know. Those would be pretty good, I guess.
I'm thinking about. So I'm kind of thinking like what orc males. It's kind of a misogynistic. It's a misogynistic kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put 10 into Intimidate just because like he's a fucking orc with dragon scales on him. Like that makes sense to me. Like I mean, especially if you're just talking about like I just go up to a random person. Okay, you see this guy with like fucking a big axe, right?
Yeah.
He's 7 foot tall. He's 230 pounds. I mean, this guy is not fucking Bilbo, you know? Like he's something more akin to one of the Urkai that you're gonna see. So perception is useful in my experience. I put 10 in that. Stealth and survival, I put in mostly because just why the fuck not? And also, like I'm thinking, okay, barbarian, wild, kind of Outlander-ish kind of thing. You know, this guy's not somebody who is from the inner city streets of Gallatin or whatever, or Nashville or whatever. You know, he's not somebody that you'd find in New York. This guy is somebody that you'd find in like Montana.
Yeah.
You know, and so being able to stealthily sneak. I may give him a bow to give him a little bit of ranged capacity because he can't spell cast.
Well, that's what you have me for, dog. I got your back.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I don't know. I like having that versatility.
Dude, and it really sucks is, I thought we were going to, like, maybe work it into where our characters would be brothers. And AJ was like, no, man, since he's a quarter dragon, he should be my brother, because I'm quarter dragon, a three-quarter elf. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking idiot, though.
Well, but then he decided to not be an acid dragon.
Remember, intelligence of -5, AJ, damn.
But then he decided to not be an acid dragon, and I'm an acid dragon, which would not make sense.
Well, no, it would make sense. But not in the way that he was saying, oh, well, dragons take other dragons' X. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
That's not an actual thing. What would happen is, even like if you had a mother that was part acid dragon, there is like a possibility she could breed another dragon besides acid.
Sure too. I mean, like kind of the genetic thing.
He was the runt. AJ was the runt. He can get fed enough. That's why he got fire.
I get easy restroom.
Okay.
You can like continue on or whatever.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my keys though.
Okay.
So don't
beep 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 beep. Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. So while Tim's going to the bathroom, another thing, if I had my sheet on me right now, I would probably be able to like explain it better. But the funny thing is, I'm the only one that's really going to be heavy spellcasting. I mean, AJ is a sorcerer, which, alright, I mean, that's okay, but he's not going to be focused on sorcering. He's going to be, what is it? He's a subclass of Eldritch Knight, I think. But he's a drow. Or no, he's 3/4 elvish and a quarter dragon, I think. This is going to be the most difficult campaign ever. Then we have another person. No, wait, I think it's only us three, yeah. If this other person does decide to play, she's a doppelganger, which is really good because they get +2 to everything. Which is, like, extremely good, I guess. I don't know what I'm expecting out of this campaign. I mean, people are gonna... I'm honestly hoping if someone dies first, I want it to be AJ. Just because I feel like he's just trying to... First off, I don't think he knows how to play... I don't think he knows anything about Dungeons and Dragons. Second off, I don't think that he would help anyone. He'd be the dick of the group. Which, you know, that's alright. I mean, you saw... We have a character named Bane in the other campaign that I'm in. He's a dick, but he's like... He doesn't endanger the entire party, really, because he always gets us out of it. AJ would get all of us into a problem, and then just, like... Fuck it. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. But, yeah, so... I guess that's it for this vlog, or podcast, whatever you want to call it. Like, subscribe, comment if you want more, or comment on something else, you know, if you want to see something else. Check out American Otaku Incorporated. I couldn't think of his fucking name for a minute. He has the Shadows of the Demon Lord campaign that I wasn't in, but he also soon is going to be releasing the current campaign that I'm in that is a homebrew 5th ed. So go check him out. Give him some support, you know, subscribe to him and all that shit. Link to his channel will be down in the description box below, and I'll see y'all later. I'll also say bye for Tim, so bye. And see y'all later, man.